The Korean Peninsula has been divided for over 7 decades, with South Korea and North Korea existing as separate entities with vastly different political systems, economies, and ideologies. The idea of reunification has been a long-standing aspiration for many Koreans, both in the North and the South, but the path to achieving it is fraught with challenges and uncertainties. In this video, we will explore the potential consequences and implications of a unified Korea. But before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this, and now let's get started. The division of Korea dates back to the end of World War II when the Korean Peninsula was liberated from Japanese colonial rule. The peninsula was divided along the 38th parallel into two separate zones of influence, the Soviet-controlled North and the US-controlled South. This division led to the establishment of two separate governments in 1948. The Democratic People's Republic of Korea, North Korea, and the Republic of Korea, South Korea. Since then, the two Koreas have remained in a state of ceasefire, with occasional tensions and periods of diplomatic engagement. The reunification of Korea would undoubtedly be a complex and challenging process, both politically and economically. One of the biggest hurdles would be reconciling the stark ideological differences between the two Koreas. North Korea operates as a totalitarian regime with a centrally planned economy, while South Korea is a democratic republic with a market-oriented economy. Bridging this ideological and economic gap would require careful planning and cooperation from both sides. Another significant challenge would be addressing the humanitarian crisis in North Korea. Years of isolation and mismanagement have left the country's economy in shambles, and its people impoverished and malnourished. The sudden influx of millions of North Korean refugees into a unified Korea could strain resources and infrastructure, posing a humanitarian and logistical challenge to the government. The economic implications of Korean unification would be vast and far-reaching. On one hand, a unified Korea would have access to the abundant natural resources and cheap labor of North Korea, potentially boosting its economic growth and competitiveness on the global stage. On the other hand, the process of integrating North Korea's economy into the more advanced South Korean economy would be costly and could lead to short-term economic disruptions. Furthermore, the unification of Korea would have geopolitical implications for the region and the world. A unified Korea would likely shift the balance of power in Northeast Asia, potentially altering the dynamics of regional alliances and rivalries. The presence of a unified, economically powerful Korea could also serve as a counterbalance to other major powers in the region, such as China and Japan. Beyond the political and economic challenges, Korean reunification would also involve a process of social and cultural integration. Despite decades of division, the two Koreas share a common language, history, and cultural heritage. However, there are also significant differences that have emerged over time, particularly in terms of ideology and worldview. The process of social and cultural integration would require efforts to bridge these divides and foster a sense of national unity among the Korean people. This could involve initiatives such as educational exchanges, cultural programs, and efforts to promote reconciliation and understanding between North and South Koreans. The reunification of Korea is a complex and multifaceted issue that carries both opportunities and challenges. While the prospect of a unified Korea holds the promise of peace, stability, and prosperity for the Korean people, achieving it will require careful planning, cooperation, and perseverance from all parties involved. Despite the obstacles that lie ahead, the dream of a unified Korea remains a powerful and enduring aspiration for many Koreans, both in the North and the South.